Greetings, everyone. Today's words to live by are: I trained 4 years to run 9 seconds, and people give up when they don't see results in 2 months. I'll give you a guess as to who might have said that. It's Usain Bolt. And when I remember when this quote, when he said this, and when this quote started to get circulated, I think there were some people that sort of said, well, he's like scolding all of us that give up on anything, and making us feel bad. And I didn't take it that way personally, but I could understand I could understand some of that reaction. And I think it's exactly what he's saying. uh, think about this. If you try to sort of put yourself in his position, he trains 4 years for an Olympics, and anything could happen, right? He could trip when the starting gun goes off. He could get sick the night before. Like, who knows, right? And he did all this training to try to optimize his speed for 9 seconds. And it's truly incredible when you think of it that way. And I think it should be inspiration for everybody. I think there is something to, people people sort of pull the ripcord on whatever it is they're doing sometimes before something big happens. In the recovery movement, they call it, don't quit before the miracle occurs, right? So, for me, I sort of just take it as great things take time. Impatience is the enemy of greatness. And, the process that you set out on is to be trusted. If it's something that is really inspired and it's really something that's purpose driven inside of you, there's a process and it's going to take a while. Just from my own life, it took me 13 years to achieve my dream in tennis, which was to be a professional tennis player. And there was lots of ups and downs. And along the way, I know a lot of people who just said, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And ultimately, I made that choice. Once I got to a certain point, I said, okay, this was it. But that was 13 years later, 14 years later. You know, um, in my writing. So I published a book in 2011 was my first one. And it took me over a decade, or about a decade, to get to my second one. And so it actually took a lot of experience and a lot of life experience and a lot of challenges that occurred in that time frame to give me the sort of background and the ability to write that second book. So, yeah, I mean, impatience is the enemy of anything really big and great and inspired. And I think Usain Bolt, of all people, right? He's probably the one that would know best that, you sacrifice for a great deal of time. There's a lot of self sacrifice for a long time. And the last thing you want to do is give up. And sometimes you're trying to optimize your entire life around 9 seconds. And he did it really well. So I hope this little quote from him helps. It certainly has inspired me. It's a great reminder for me when I'm sort of feeling like it's time to throw in the white flag on something. I never usually do in the end. Um, I said recently there's only two things in my life that I've really felt like I've quit on. And the first one is drinking, and the second one is quitting on people who have quit on me. So that's pretty much it. Those are the two things. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like and or subscribe, and I will see you all again soon.